Well, on this video, I'm going to talk about the feedback, how to add a feedback to your design. Okay, so let's suppose you are a business owner or a product owner that you hired a designer, and now designer submit a file or a design that you need to add some kind of feedback. So how to give a good feedback so that the problem will be solved, or the product or the website or mobile application or any kind of user interface that designer is designing and trying to solve the problems that actually does. Okay, well, without a further ado, let's get it started. So first point is a point of view or a perspective. So most of the business owner or product owner, what they does is they start like or dislikes from their own personal experience or personal feelings. So what you have to do is you have to remove those kind of concepts. So you have to think from the perspective of product or company, and from the end user perspectives. So first let's try to like understand from the company perspective. So what kind of company it is, okay, what are you trying to do? Okay, it is aggressive, it is calm, or it is like a peace. Like for example, if we talk about the Apple, they are very peace and calm and very clean kind. That's why their color is black and white. Okay, obviously in between they mixed the other some other color, but primarily they used black and white. Okay, based on if we look the color of Coca-Cola or maybe any other drinks like Fanta itself, so their color is Fanta has a orange like fun. Okay, and if you observe their advertisement also, most of the times all the advertisements are depending on the fun. And if that is a red Coca-Cola, means they try to like a family or get together, a kind of huge crowd is there. Okay, so yeah, a kind of communication, combination, sharing. So those are the intention behind that choosing the color. Okay, likewise, so whenever you are talking about the any icon or any navigation sections or user flow or maybe button or any other colors, so think from the perspective of your company, product or service. Okay, so based on that you can choose or you can add what color might be good and what icon might be good. Okay, so here let me make you clear that digital product design or product design doesn't mean only web-based application or mobile applications. It can be any kind of digital product. Okay, for example, if any device has a user interface, then it should obviously it has a kind of software or application or a kind of user interface to run it. Okay, so like washing machine has its own user interface and their kind of operating systems. Likewise, most of the new car which has a EV system, they have their own user interface. Okay, so all those digital products are also comes this user experience, user interface. That's why first start your perspective turning into the company or product or service. So next is problem and the solution. So whether the design is actually solving the problem or not, what was the problem, okay, and what was intent to solve that, okay, and it is actually like aligning with that problem solution or not. So you have to think like that. So start with the questioning, like what was the problem and what was the solution, and is there any correlation with that solution, those icon, color combination and pattern and everything, is that like aligning with it or not? So you have to think those kind of perspectives also. Sorry, problem and solution kind of questioning. You have to ask a questioning. There are a few questions like what you can ask is, does the design actually solve the problems? Okay, it's intended to address, and is the solution clear and effective, and can you articulate the specific issue this design aims to fix and how it achieves that. So those are the questions that you can ask. Okay, and then you can add feedback to your designs file. Well, next is user experience matter. For example, let's say there is a one design and you try to use the applications. Okay, maybe personally you had a different experience and you want to change some different way. Okay, but so who are the end user, what kind of person they are, and how mostly they used it. Okay, how they have kind of habits to use any kind of application. Just try to think from their perspective and try to identify the user experience, whether it is good or bad, and then add your feedback. Okay, so next is accessibility for all. Okay, so accessibility for all means here there might be some kind of boundaries to make accessibility, but there are a few things that we can make it, like if we can add color contrast for the background and foreground. Likewise, we can use keyboards to navigate the each in entire form or any other kind of what do you call CTAs or options or user interface. So these are the things that we can add. Okay, and maybe we can add the features to increase the font or decrease the font. Okay, and changing like black mode and dark mode and the light modes. So these are the things that we need to consider, whether it is aligned with that things or not. Okay, so next is so these are the main point. And lastly, but the not least, but at least it is last, so what we have to do is we have to add the feedback very positively, so that designer get motivated, and designer get the idea. Okay, the product owner or the business owner has a really good idea about about his own business or product or service, so he's actually trying to solve the problem. So there should be a kind of positive vibes, positive way to present your feedback. For example, initially if you start with I don't like the whole design, what you are trying to solve or what you are designing, it completely worst, if you say so, then this comment is completely negative, and it seems like you are a frustrated person and you are not even trying to solve the problem. Okay, even though it is, if for example, even though it is a very very bad design you didn't like at the first look, but at least first try to follow those steps, and still if this design doesn't comes under these categories, okay, sorry, those categories, then you can add a positive feedback. Okay, overall whatever you did absolutely right, or design is good, or maybe some things is good, but it is not aligning with our product or with our service or with our company. Okay, so these are the points that I want to change, or these are the points that I want to add. If you add your feedback likewise, then it will give us a really good impress, and the designer obviously thinks, okay, so these are the things, so I was in the wrong way, so now I need to correct it, and second times obviously you will get the good result. But before that, it is your responsibility, okay, to add a really really good, logical and effective feedback or comments on any kind of design. And as a product owner, business owner, if you need a product, then you have to invest your time. So there was some of the client who doesn't want to invest a single minute for their product, but they want extraordinary output. They don't want to give any information, just they say, okay, we have, those are the information on out there, or those are the profile that we prepared so long ago. Based on that, you need to prepare whatever you need to prepare, but it should be really good, it should be really like modern, it should be really relevance, and it should solve the problem that we are trying to do, and it should have a ROI within this month or like that. So they say, I encounter those kind of stuff also, but this is not the right way, or this is not the positive way or progressive way to outcome, because it won't give a really good idea, or it is not going to help both parties to solve the problems. Eventually it will end worst. Okay, so that's all for this video, and see you on the next video.